Hey boys, I have a really old story for you. It's told in a lot of different ways, but every version is kind of has the same lesson. It's about taking the time to think and know where you're going and what you're doing. And if you remember, the most important question is why. So there was a man who was chopping wood with an axe. Every day he chopped the wood. He was up early. He worked until the sun went down. He kept a steady pace. He never let up. All he did was chop, chop, chop. One day another man walked by and said hello to the axe man. And the axe man said, "Sorry, I don't have any time to talk. I have to get all this wood chopped." So he kept chopping and chopping with his axe. That's all he ever did. He never looked up. He never looked around. Sometimes he even skipped meals. A few days go by, and the other man walks by again. He just waved to the axe man and kept walking by. Knowing the axe man didn't want to stop chopping, the other man walked by day after day, but he noticed the axe man wasn't getting as much done as he used to. He just chopped and chopped and chopped as hard as he could for hours and hours, but he wasn't making much progress anymore. Finally, the man walking by had said, "Excuse me, I notice you keep chopping and chopping, but you're just beating the wood and getting nothing done with that dull axe. Maybe you should stop once in a while and sharpen your axe. You'll get much more done without beating yourself to death." The axe man stopped chopping for a moment, and he said, "Are you crazy? You want me to stop chopping? I have all this wood that has to be chopped, and I have no time to stop." So he went back to beating the wood. Day after day, he beat the wood with a dull axe, getting nowhere. He became more tired, more frustrated with every day that went by. After a while, he was miserable. His purpose became blurry, and he stopped remembering why he was even chopping the wood to begin with. Personally, I'm guilty of not sharpening my axe often enough. Sometimes life does feel kind of lackluster. Sometimes things get a little blurry because I don't stop what I'm doing and think about things. When things get kind of blah, every day doesn't feel like you're moving forward. It can make you sad. It can make you depressed. It can make you irritable. You can lose your interest in a lot of things, and you might just not feel happy in that excitement that life should be, really. So how do you stop to sharpen your axe is traditionally, that's what Sundays are for. It's a day you slow down, you think about what you're doing with yourself every day. And is your axe dull? Is the finish line a little blurry, and maybe you might even feel lost sometimes? When you slow down, maybe it's on a Sunday, think about what you're doing every day in your life. And of course, the most important, why are you doing what you do? I've said before, if you can't answer why, then you're on the wrong path, period. End of story. There's no other way to see it. So sharpening your axe is taking a little time to be alone, think about yourself. It's laying on your bed in the middle of the afternoon, looking at the ceiling for half an hour. It's moving easy and slow all day, so your batteries charge. It's taking the time to visualize exactly how you want life to be and asking yourself, if you're doing every day, is it helping your vision for yourself, or is it hurting your vision for yourself? So when you're doing your thing every day, whatever that may be, you'll know why you wake up in the morning. You'll know why you get out of bed feeling good instead of dragging and moping your way to the toothbrush. Don't wake up every day and beat the woodpile with a dull axe and a dull mind. That's a sucky way to live life in plain English. You'll feel it inside because your mind is clear, your purpose is clear for yourself, your vision for yourself is clear, and you'll be content with yourself, knowing where you're going and your axe is sharp.